Moving to oneness. Nourishing curiosity. Embracing differences. Becoming one.
Do you still dream? Or did you stop? Let's explore this, because the energies of this month, right, have been about dreaming, the invitation to dream and the depth of it, as of moving into 2022, or as with tomorrow, the Martin Luther King celebration of dreaming. So stay tuned and we'll explore this topic today. I'm Meilin Ehlke, your host of the Moving to Oneness podcast. Thank you everyone for being here. I'm happy you're here. Yeah, dreaming, right? If you hear that word dream, there probably arises a struggle within, right? To dream is something you do more as a daydream, right? You were called or alerted to not daydream. So in our culture, I think the word dreaming has lost a little bit of its oomph, of its pizzazz. There's always swinging something with it. And let's dissolve this. Let's take a look first of what it is. Where did we maybe hear it first? Probably, as I noticed with many of my clients and my shamanic friends, is in school. When a topic wasn't really interesting and you put your intention on something more interesting or more usable. Right? Maybe the landscape outside, or you connected with a tree outside of the window, or you observed someone else in the classroom, or you made some thoughts about the teacher, or you looked at yourself, of your environment, and you contemplated about the situations that you're in the moment. Or maybe you connected yourself to places that were not in your classroom. Right? Outside of it. Maybe you could see it, maybe you couldn't. So your intention was not on that what the teacher was speaking about in the moment, because it was none of your interest. And boom, you were called not to daydream if the teacher noticed that you were doing it, or even some classmates. Or you weren't present enough for a parent, and they told you not to daydream, because your thoughts were somewhere else, your mind, or even you physically were partially somewhere else. So this, I think, hangs with a lot of us in the word dream. So when we hear then sometimes, right, like Martin Luther King said so beautifully, I have a dream of unity, and that we're respected for what we are and who we are and the way we are with all of our talents, and that there would be no judgment. That's something very natural to children. Yeah, we're born this way. And then it was taught out of us to dream this big. And now is the invitation of the whole universe to remember yourself in going back into that situation. Shamanically, there is a way where you learn to dream, right? And there's some of you are really talented in dreaming the future or dreaming to see a certain situation. Or some people always went to shamans that they dreamed their new name. Or when a baby was born, right? Someone went and they took the time to go into a higher vibration to find solutions. So there's so much where dreaming was in our cultures, or is still in some of our cultures, where it was something very beautiful. And this is coming back to us, right? To contemplate on what is the word dream, D-R-E-A-M. In German, it would be say träumen, ja, oder der Traum, the dream, or dreaming, träumen. I don't know how many children I remembered, even when I was observing the children in the kindergarten of my son, and he was in an outdoor kindergarten, Waldkindergarten, right? They only came in to like a little wagon to eat lunch or to be picked up or dropped off there. And I remember this one instant where we were remodeling the wagon, and a parent came in and said, "Oh, I can't believe anything my daughter says. She dreams the whole time." And in that age, they were 4.5, right? Children are so connected to everything, and they see things without boundaries. So if you have a young one, observe them, how open they are, and that they understand the energies. They see the beauty of everything. And yes, for sure, that's a totally different language. Also, if many people are connected to the star nations or converse with other light beings, right? The language, the way of speaking is rather dreamy, rather positive, or just positive because there's no judgment, and it feels incorrect or out of tune with the language we're speaking, right? Many of our languages are not so sacred anymore. We have to go back to our natural languages or dialects where we find this connection again. So I just sense this feeling of giving up on dreaming. And it's also because we go to bed and you say when you sleep, you dream. But many of us are not even in bed when we are in bed. We travel, we connect, and we really experience other worlds. And then if you brought back, maybe also as a child, your experiences, and an adult couldn't understand your experience, again, you were labeled, brand marked as a dreamer, but with a negative concept. Condescendence, something like this. And I wish I could hear some of your responses to this, what your experience has been, or please make sure and add it somewhere, maybe, whatever social platform you find this link, or maybe come to our Facebook group, Moving to Oneness, and share that a little bit, what dreaming means to you. And are you able now to dream as Martin Luther King invited you, or others, right? To go and dream with intention, to take the time to dream of a more beautiful world, of a world where we are more in our natural state, right? Rather peaceful, with us being calm within. Observe yourself before you go to bed. Do you dictate your dreams, what you want to experience at night? Or do you wake up in the morning, maybe you had a bad dream, right? Something you couldn't figure out. And then you're more shocked about your dreams that you have at night. Do write them down so you have an observation of how things maybe change. Often it gives you hints. Can you even remember what happened during the night? Do you wake up often? Do you dream? Do dreams wake you up? Do you take it serious when you're woken at 2 or 4 o'clock? Right, that's the time where we are very connected to the outdoor environment. What thoughts did you just have then, or do you have it as you wake up? So take notes of that. And get back to dreaming with intention. To sit down and really envision what you want to be part of. In the bigger picture, worldly or in the more personal level? Are you living the way you desire? If so, fantastic. If not, what do you want to change? Where do you need support to change? Where do you desire to ask someone else so they can help you? Dreaming, you can paint, you can sculpt, you can write. You can dream while you cook. You don't have to sit still. Right? When are you totally in your inner self or in your source? Right? Maybe you have to meditate to get there. Others of you can do that throughout the day. I would love to hear what you see. Do you dream up the future? And have you dreamt things and it appeared? So do your dreams materialize? Because you're so crystal clear in setting intention. Do you teach it your children to dream this way if you do? Or do you even share it with others, or do you keep quiet about it? Yeah, good question. Do you share really your dreams with your friends? Maybe that's a more easier way, right? Because you feel comfortable with your friends. Do you share your dreams with your partner? And dreams also the way you want to live, or what do you envision, right? Do you share it with your children? Do you ask others about their dreams? And do you listen? Or compare? And your parents? What dreams did they have compared to what dreams you have? And if you have children, to the third generation. Or some of you maybe have even a fourth generation, great-grandparents or great-children. Can't remember the name sometimes. Yeah, and how did those dreams change over time? The environment is different. A lifestyle is different. A culture is different, right? If you look at a certain time span, Martin Luther King, right, he spoke that 65, died when I was born, 68, right? And many of us, we can remember in that time, we barely spoke about spirituality. Maybe if you went to church, that was it. But if you had any other inclination, right, you stayed quiet. So do we have to be afraid? Was there punishment where you put into a loony bin? I was told that by Meilin, be careful. Don't speak too loud about these things, right? Because I have also cerebral palsy. People thought, anyway, I walk different. I'm a little crazy and maybe a little dumb. Yeah, and then if I would speak too much of the truth or of death or my dreams or how I envisioned or what will come for them, what will happen to them, right? So, and how does it compare to when you lived at that time and now? Oh, so many questions, but I think they are important to see the difference and to notice how free we are now to envision. And also the responsibility we have now to use that in this space of openness to create that change. Why are we here on this planet, on this earth right now? We have to do work. We're here to have fun, to celebrate life, to experience this beauty of this planet, but also to repair, to find back to the ways of thousands of years ago, how it was here, to move into our optimal state, to be smiling, to embrace each other, to treat everyone with respect. And even the word respect, I think that should be another one, right? I was just thinking about it. Respect. We have it in our language, the German language, how you approach someone, right? You say sir, or you give titles. And do we all need this? If we're all one, do we need titles? Do we need to speak differently to certain people? Even on a different education? I don't know. Why do we still say doctor to people? Why do we still demand to be called doctor? To put us on a different pedestal than someone else to get respect. So that kind of respect I don't mean. So that's why I think maybe there should be a different word nowadays. So we see each other how we are. That I see myself how I am. That you see yourself how you are. And that I can see you better then. Because I have a better understanding of me. You have a better understanding of yourself. And then we have different eyes for a beautiful earth, plant material on it, the animals living here, the insects, the mushrooms, the list goes on. We don't trample over it. We cherish it. Oh, cherish each other. I love that. I cherish you, you cherish me, we cherish each other. Isn't that beautiful? No difference of age. So that's what I dream of. That we speak and respect a child, and you can see that nowadays, right? The children, if you watch these shows with talent shows, how some can sing, act, move their body, that's all channeled. These are different beings. They have a connection to themselves and others, and they can show that openly. Now it's being looked at and celebrated, and it's a beautiful thing. So are we closer to the unity, the peacefulness, and the dream Martin Luther King spoke about? Tomorrow I'm invited with 22 other women to do a prayer about unity and peace and our dream. We'll sing right about it. Again, how I see you and you see me, and how we are with each other and with our beautiful blue planet. So what do you do this week to celebrate it? And then there's the full moon, the wolf, right? There's also the celebration of oneself and then with each other, because they live in a clan-like structure. Rudel in German, that's called. I've been speaking too much German. Good thing the biggest listenership is from Germany. So that's really interesting. And I thank you. Hallo. Danke alle in Deutschland. So contemplate on your dreams for yourself. And dream and bigger, I think, in the first show of this year, right? I invited you to dream bigger, huger, humongous. To not be afraid to dream, right? We do not fear punishment to dream. Some of us have to fear that. And so that dissolves. We're not judged by others or put in prison to dream. To want to be in a peaceful state. Look for the brightness, the light of it, the fun of it. And please take it serious and take the time. Because our intent does materialize on this planet. You are all beautiful beings with talents, with wisdom. You're walking your knowledge here on this earth. Bring it forward. Move in a way into your position. A big smile comes on my face when I sense or see you all. It's like moving into, the puzzle pieces are finding the ones that fit around, and more big batches fill in the holes. As I do it more, as you do it more, we do it more, others will do that as well. The inspiration to connect. So thank you. Invite, share, be yourself. So invite others to dream as you share your dream with the world. So let's see if there's a song to support you in dreaming And I would say even more to share that dream and to use it to materialize beauty and change to all of us here. Yes.
Bundalda, budai dumbada, dumbadoida, umbunda, delda boida, umdata, bumbadoida, dumbada, bum bum. Boom da 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 din da dum dum ba dan da dum boom da din da dum dang da dum da dum dum ba da da dum boom da dan da da dum boom ba dum 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 ba dum da dum boom ba dum 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 ba ba dum dum din dum 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 boom by dum dum boom dum 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 ba dum dum din da bum du han yu du dun dun da bo boom boom dun 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 du boom dun dun din din du bum bum dum 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 din dal din bum 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 dal din 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 dum bum 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 dan down dum dum bum bum yum wai lun dun bo 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 dum bo 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 dum bo 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 dum bum din dum bum da da bum da da din 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 di bum da do dum ba din dil dun 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 du win jal dun da dum bum bum dun din din bum bum dun din dum bum 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 dun dun dum bu dun dun dum bu dun dun bum 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 boom, boom, boom.
Wow, thank you. Thank you for that fascinating support sound. See, you're so supported. Your dream is so important. So many beings are waiting for you to dream. To be you. For me to be me. For us to be us. Thank you for being here. Thank you for bringing up these tones and sounds. This is bringing change. Your intention is bringing the change. So I thank you from my heart. From Germany. The best to you. Have fun dreaming. And I'll speak with you again next time, next episode on the Moving to Oneness podcast. I'm Meilin. Goodbye and enjoy.